Let me say good morning to our listeners, those of you via Classic Radio 105.5, 105.9. Good Thursday morning once again. It's the 4th day of January 2024. Yes, let me say also hello and good morning to those of you viewing via Channel 7, Channel 11 or Channels 20, GBN Television. Good morning to you. How are you doing this morning? I'm your host GT. It's to the point for today, Thursday. And usually we do entertain the various departments within the Royal Grenada Police Force on a Thursday, but we have no one representing this morning, which is going to lead us directly into an open line edition this morning. Feel free to give me that call, 435-2041, 435-2041, and that's how we go live this morning. Whatever you want to contribute to the program this morning in terms of what's on your mind, ways in which you think you can make Grenada better for 2024. Feel free to share your views and opinions this morning on the program, and feel free to do so. Let's say good morning to those of you via social media platforms, whether it's a Facebook page, YouTube channel. Good morning to you, and thanks for being with us this morning. Let's entertain our very first caller this morning. Guess we lost that caller. 435-2041, that's the number. And don't forget, you can also add the number via to your WhatsApp contact list. Yes, 435-2041. Send me a message via the WhatsApp. I will certainly read it out for you. Also, those of you also can make a comment via the Facebook page, and once it's relevant, I will certainly throw it out also. All right, let's entertain our first caller. Caller, good morning. You're welcome. Good morning.
Morning, are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. How are you this morning?
Good. In good spirit. As I say, you are very motivated. Every time you're on the radio, you bring a certain energy with you.
All right, man. All right. So how are you doing?
How you doing? What people might call and try to tell and say about you, but you bring a good spirit when you're on there. Anyway, I want to continue from a conversation that started by your predecessor.
Yes.
And somebody challenged him about a statement he made about, the voice of the people, the voice of God. I want to concur with that person, because if you say that, then the folks who allegedly, according to the story, and it's a story, sanctioned the death of the Savior, that's the voice of God. If we take it to mean that, so we have to be mindful that a lot of times the majority are not even on the correct side. I don't want to use the word right and wrong, but on the correct side. They're sometimes way behind the 8 ball. So I want to tell, but also to continue on the conversation in relation to the issue of the setting up of businesses all around the place, everywhere, obstructing people's movement and so on. I think this thing requires a deep assessment. We need to ask ourselves, first of all, how did we arrive there? And I contend that it wasn't by accident. It was a deliberate. It's to make our people so helpless, so ghettoized, that we'll be in need of rescuers, as we are in the case in Haiti and other places. Since 1983-84, we have been creating systems that make our people weaker, more needier, and everything. And of course, we had a political party that did an excellent job in that. The NNP, as organized on Union Island. And I know people will start backing at me. But I can't help say it because this is the truth. We have created situation and policy where disenfranchise ordinary people and then come along and try to pretend that we are in favor of the ordinary people. We have been taken away from ordinary people since 83, 84. And now we've seen reaping the fruits of our labor. For one of the things that was done after Uncle Sam came in here, dismantle some of the organizations that encourage pride and appreciation for our country, whether the NYO, NWO, the Student Council, and all, even the evening classes that some of us did. I was part of that. They dismantled that. So that because they didn't want communists, according to them, to be influencing. So we have a situation where society have fallen apart. We have been promoting the market competition. We are selling out our resources in the name of privatization, commercialization, and making things more competitive and so on. So we live in a highly competitive society. We had an apostle who promoted competition. Every time he opened his mouth was competition. We cannot thrive, especially in a small, traumatized island for various reasons, slavery, invasion, of our own doing. We cannot thrive on competition. We have to thrive on collaboration, cooperation, and healing. Thank you very much, GT. I could go on forever, but I will not.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have yourself a great day also. 435-2041. We have an open line this morning here on the program. Feel free to give me a call. Express your views and concern this morning. I have no specific topic line that we will be focused on this morning. I'm leave it up to you, all listeners and viewers, of course, to start the conversation this morning in terms of what you think is relevant for us to discuss this morning, and we can go through with that. 435-2041. 435-2041. The lines are open. Feel free to give me that call. My bad, I have to clear that line there a wee bit. That is sorted out. 435-2041. Good morning to those of you on your way to work. Probably have to get there for 10 a.m. this morning. Feel free to move along. And, of course, those of you driving on the nation's road, I beg of you to be a defensive driver. Looking for the other drivers. Is everybody looking for each other? Of course, we probably will roll along accident-free. Think about that. Looking for the young ones who are going to school also. School reopened. And they're probably a youngster who's walking to school this morning. I guess shouldn't be walking to school. No. Should already be in school already. But if there's for some reason there's youngsters who's walking to school at this moment, of course, looking for them, for you drivers, and looking for pedestrians on a whole who are using the nation's road. There are areas around where there's little or no space for them to walk besides walking in the road. There's no, as we say, sidewalks or so forth. So they may have to walk in the road. So please looking for them as they move along. Let's go back to the phone line, entertain another caller. Caller, welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, GT.
Good morning to you, sir.
Happy compliment for the season, especially New Year.
Same to you, sir.
Okay, a couple of things. A lot of people call in and say, what it is, but nobody call in and give God praise and thanks for bringing through yet another year. I mean, they're alive. They don't say thank you, Lord, on the radio loud, even the message in the person, but they're only looking about the negative thing, about the country, and about this and about that, and nobody give God praise. Whatever it is, give God praise and thanks for it, because He's the supreme ruler. He sees everything. He knows everything. Let us give Him more praise. And something I want to complain about is only it affects a lot of us as motorists. Those big truck drivers and those concrete truck those who do concrete truck and things like that too, and those skip drivers, they're doing a lot of things on the streets. Some of them throw the concrete in the road and they don't move it out. The skip drivers, they're having 3 skips in a truck, and they drive it like if they're alone on the street. It might one of these days create a hazard that may be a very fatal one, because I saw it happen a couple of years ago. One of the skip fall off in the Grand Valley and he killed a little child on the road. And these things going ahead, and I don't find the lawmen really should take more control of these things, because you're going to be having some fatal accident if we don't really check up on these big trucks and them that drive with no mercy on the road for the smaller vehicles, especially especially people who have the smaller cars and who can maneuver so well as other people. They have no respect for them, like they think it's them alone that pays license to the roads to use the road. And I want the lawmen to look into that. These guys and some young ones that driving to be said they're driving merciless. They don't drive for you and nobody else. But anyhow, I think God is in control and his eyes of mercy is upon you. That's why you have so much fatal accident. And I want to wish you a very happy New Year and good health and strength so you could do what you set out to do for this 2024. And I hope the nation come with love and peace and quietness and tranquility so the country could go on a good, steadfast foundation.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. And blessings for your contribution this morning. 435-2041. 435-2041. Let me say good morning to those of you who are viewing via our Facebook page. I'm looking at a couple of the comments already. Let me see if I can get also some of the comments out. Someone is saying, oh God, GT, these thieves are overdoing it in these days. They have reaping farmers from produce before it is fit and selling it. So sad. Let me say good morning to those of you via the Facebook page. Good morning to you. We have Waltude. We have Sylviana. I say good morning to Erlene. Good morning to Jennifer. Good morning to Wallen. Good morning to you, Wallen. It's been a long time, bro. Hope all is well with you. Haven't seen you around lately. I'm not sure if you're on Ireland, but good morning to you and blessings to you and Happy New Year to you also. 435-2041. 435-2041. It's an open line edition here on To The Point. Let's go back to the phone line. Let's see who we have online this morning and say good morning. Good morning to you, caller. Welcome.
Yeah, hi, good morning. Can I talk to you off the air?
It would not be possible to speak off air right now. We're doing live on air, so you may have to call back after the program, please. Okay. 435-2041. 435-2041. That's a number if you want to get on To The Point this morning. And may I remind you, when you call, we go in live on air. So, of course, be prepared to make your contribution when you call. 435-2041. Open line edition for To The Point this morning. Once again, good morning to those of you who are driving on the nation's road. Please drive with that due care and attention. Don't forget to make your contribution via the WhatsApp. 435-2041. Add it to your contacts. I'm seeing someone making a contribution here this morning. Maybe I should read it out a wee bit. And it's all in reference to the conversation that was previously with Innocent this morning. And the individual is saying that vending should be managed. Vendors should get a picture ID. If you put 200 people in the market, 200 more people pop up on the street. There's a lot of vendors from different islands who come to Grenada and find it easy to set up business. Locals, therefore, are affected by this, and the government is unable to access the numbers. Vendors' registration should be a necessary tool. A market is a market, and a vendor should sell in the market. And there should be a gatekeeper to ensure that these rules are followed. And that's a contribution by someone via the WhatsApp this morning. An interesting contribution there. 435-2041. 435-2041. And let's see, we also have someone making a contribution via the WhatsApp once again and saying good morning to you, GT. Since last week, I'm not getting what happened, the problem from the cruise ship. I'm not sure if you're trying to listen via the radio or view via the television. I'm not sure where. Probably where we could entertain that conversation. 435-2041, that's the number to get on To The Point this morning, the open line edition. Let's go back to the Facebook page, grab some of the comments if there's any. Let's say good morning to Antonio. How are you doing this morning? Hope all is well with you, and all the best thus far. And we look at the time, folks. We're moving down to 13 minutes after the hour this morning. We will take a break shortly and continue with today's program of To The Point, the open line edition this morning. I encourage you to feel free to, of course, air your views, your concern of certain situation on island. That is probably a bit of a concern to you. Yeah, this is happening, and I think I want to speak out about it. And it may not be something that everyone may agree with you with, but feel free to do so. 435-2041. Let's take that break. When we come back, we entertain more of your calls when we do come back after the breaks, and I'll certainly get some of your contributions that have been made via the Facebook page and WhatsApp when we come back after the break. Stay with us.
Grenada, as we celebrate 50. Like family. It's always exciting when lottery players get together. Now the lottery games are joining in the fun. Check out the multiplier family of Instacash games. 5 times the cash at $2, 10 times the cash at $3, and 20 times the cash at $5. On your tickets, match any of our numbers with any of the winning numbers and win the prize below that number. There's more. Multiply your winnings up to 5 times, 10 times, or 20 times more. Winning is easy. Play Monday to Sunday. There are no draws to wait on. Win instantly. It's the multiplier family of Instacash games with over $675,000 to be won instantly. Don't just buy one, buy all, because family is everything. Must be 18 years and older to play. NLA, making family dreams come true.
Looking for that injection of vibes and energy, of course? Well, I've got just that. Hi, my name is Gary, Mr. Smooth, and I'm inviting you to join me on the Hot Morning Show on Hot 98.5, 98.7 FM. Weekdays, Monday to Friday, 6 to 10 in the morning. I've got a healthy dose of your favorite and most infectious hits sampled with information, news, laughter, and all the other ingredients that go into making the hottest morning show on the radio, The Morning Heat. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit us up on WhatsApp, 435-7517. We've got topics, we've got discussions, calls, voice notes, and so much more. But I can't tell you everything. You gotta tune in. The Hot Morning Show on Hot FM 98.5, 98.7 with yours truly, Gary, Mr. Smooth. Kaboom!
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers. It's To The Point for today, Thursday, the 4th day of January within the year 2024. Let's go back to the phone line and see who's on the line this morning. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, caller.
What I would like to see happen for this Grenada 50th anniversary
Yes.
is that the NOC teach the Grenadians the color of our national flag.
All right.
Teach the Calypsonians the color of our national flag. And I would like them to consider making the designer of that national flag a national hero. The color of
the designer of the flag.
The color of the national flag is red, green, and gold.
Yes.
So I would like them to teach so the generation after us for the next 50th anniversary would know exactly what is the color of our national flag.
Thank you so much for your contribution this morning, caller.
Have a pleasant day.
You too, have a good one. 435-2041. Let me say good morning to Oswin. You know, I don't really know you by that particular name, you know, but I wouldn't say the name that I know you by on air this morning. All right, good morning to you, sir. Hope all is well with you and compliments for the season. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, GT, and how are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you this morning?
The Santa Claus have me on their wings. This bad cold. That is the Santa Claus.
All right.
Yeah, a couple things I would like to say concerning these vendors and that they had moved and put. The vendoring thing is not decreasing, it's growing. It's a population and it's growing.
Yes.
So up by the fish market where they throw the stone there, that is one little simple thing. I would have paved there. And what I think, if I have the money or what I will do for them, I will speak to the people in Tantine about that pasture, that Old Trafford.
Yes.
And convert it into a market. And that area there, so like that will reduce the people that drive in and go into the market and shopping. They will be able to drive in inside and park, make a car park and come into the trade.
But there still is not appropriate parking in that area, you know. If you
listen, inside of Old Trafford, there's a road to go inside of Old Trafford. So when you go in there now, you'll be backing up and park towards the drain. The drain come from inside that Tantine Terrace and come out. So you're making some parks on the side and you're circling some booths all around. And you could also make a little part there. But because this vendor thing, it will be increasing, so you need to create another market somewhere. But that would be a very efficient thing if they look at it serious and think about it, because you can go in and park. So you don't have to park on the road. Then there's an old building with no cover right thing to the the post office. It's a big space. Something could be done there. I don't know why they're not looking at things. Look, they try to tell the fishermen to move off for the carronage. If I had the power, I will get these boats to move out there in 3 months, because not all, but most of them, because they need a place to go. But if you look at the fish market, there's a wall, two walls, a lower wall and a higher wall. All right, you take it from the higher wall and come right back down to Andal Supermarket. You put some moorings out, and you make some what you call rings in the wall, so the boat can back in and brace especially those boats that face into the how they call it, by the old place, the old cinema and profit shop. All these big boats that come there, they're not moving, so you could put them over there. But maybe somebody might say, okay, tourism, and that might spoil, but that is not it. You have to find places for them to go. Right. The library. I will build a three-story library, convert the library into 3 stories, because we have parking problem in St. George's. So a parking, the first lower floor, right on the ground, that is for parking. The second floor is the library, and the third floor, then you can do whatever offices are busy. But we need to do things to move. When you go, you can't just move people and put them here and jam them there. You have to create places for them to settle. The promised land, the people must have a place to settle. Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. I understand what they call the contribution from the caller in reference to the market being moved, but folks thinking about going to the market in Old Trafford, that would maybe a tough fight there, to get someone to want to go to the market there. Just my thoughts on that. Good morning, GT. Anyone finding a wallet belonging to Josh Sylvester, please call telephone number, that's 406-8205. So if you happen to find that wallet, and some identification that it reveals the name Joshua Sylvester, please call 406-8205. The individual will be so happy to have that wallet returned. Let's go back to the telephone. We lost that caller there. Let's see what other contribution we could, of course, grab this morning, especially from the Facebook page this morning. And before we go to the Facebook page, let's take the call. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Hi, good morning, GT. How are you?
I am doing fine. How are you this morning?
All right. GT, my heart hurting me this morning for TNT. And I calling on the Prime Minister of TNT, Riley, put all your pride behind. Go down on your knees. If you have to go in the market, if you have to go on the street, let the criminal and them see that you're down on your knees. God like humbleness. You are the Prime Minister of this country, and you have a role to play for your people. When you hear your people calling out to God and crying, they don't want to live in a place where you're born and grow, you could see GT is overbearing now. So I'm begging the Prime Minister. We on the side here, we go help you. We go down on our knees, because we have family in Trinidad. You know how much years we doing business, our food, our drinks from Trinidad here. So we have family. So we crying out to God for you, O'Reilly, and you have to do it. Commissioner change, commissioner come, that and walking. So let us try something else. Let the criminals see that the Prime Minister could go down on his knees in the street, because family every day have to go in the street and identify the family member in a pool of blood. Oh God, is overbearing now. We have people here calling out to help people who far from us, and we here is just a few hours to go to Trinidad. We're doing business with Trinidad. Oh God, it is hard. It's heartbreaking now. So I'm calling on us. Let us pray for Trinidad and Tobago, for God to intervene for this crime are taking place. Something ain't right in this country, and God could fix what ain't right.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And it's an interesting contribution there. Let's grab some other contribution this morning. Let's go to the WhatsApp. This is another interesting contribution from someone via the WhatsApp this morning. And they say, I want to add to the program on the topic of marijuana. I would like to say that most of the comments against marijuana are from people who are not used, who have not used, or who have a faith-based reason for being opposed. We involve ourselves in alcohol use at the same time saying that marijuana is bad. Look at countries like Canada for the effects of legalizing. The prisons are not full of people for weed. The excuse of making it legal is that weed causes crime. Not true. Though the excuse was I was high on marijuana, but you still are accountable. And this is the problem. The court should not allow anyone to simply say, I was intoxicated. If you drink and drive, hurt someone, there's no excuse, as the same should apply for doing good while on marijuana. And let's get this one, alcohol, marijuana. And let's not get the prescription drugs, of course, that are abused. We prohibit smoking cigarette in certain places, but do not ban it outright. That tells us that we are free to decide our own fate. So do not allow it to harm me directly, but be careful it doesn't harm you. You use your own discretion and respect. I should say, use your own discretion and respect those around you. Use your own discretion and respect those around. We get that right. I don't want to drink in your face. You should not smell the cigar pipe or marijuana in the restaurants while I'm eating. It's all about freedom and respect. Legalization will not harm the nation. That's a contribution from someone, and in reference to marijuana and also their thoughts on of course alcohol also. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're welcome. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, GT, and I hope you are fine today.
I am doing good.
A woman called a while ago, and she made a mention about the color of the flag.
Yes.
As simple as that looks, that should be taken seriously, but it is a symptom of a lot of things that are in confusion for the next generation. They are not being officially changed, but we're pushing it in a confused way, because we're saying the color of the flag is gold, it has gold, but the children know they are seeing yellow.
Yes.
They know the difference. If we are going to accept yellow to replace gold, there must be a formal procedure to do that. Yeah, not just push it in a subtle way, but a lot of little changes have been pushed in a very subtle way. The mighty Sparrow, when he came here to an official ceremony when he was made an ambassador, and his pet peeve is that his birth certificate has Grand Roy as ROI. Modern spelling is ROY. Why was it necessary to change the spelling? I spoke to a Frenchman and he said they both mean the same thing, but one is the old French. Well then, doesn't that, with the older spelling, ROI, meaning Great King, the old French, that would have helped us to understand who we are as a people, because this old French, in 16-something, the French were here. So, is the old French they brought. So when people look at the spelling, they would have people with intelligence, people with sense would have said, okay, so that was named long ago. But if you look at it now, with the modern spelling, you're not sure whether that area was baptized just the other day.
All right.
You understand what I'm saying? The confusion in our history, the confusion. They're telling young children the Grenada dove is a national bird, and you look on the thing and you see in the Ramier. Ramier is a bird. Ramier was our national bird. If you are going to change it, we, the ordinary public, cannot stop you. But you must do it in an official way, not do it in this confused, subtle way. You're just pushing it in. Do it in an official way. Make your changes in an official way that everybody will understand the rationale for the change and everything, yes?
And not just pick it up by the wayside as we hear it most times.
I'm telling you, because, we're telling them it's green, gold, and blue. And when they look at it, they see yellow.
Well, let me ask you this: as a youngster growing up, what would you identify the colors as, or were you told as a youngster with the colors of the national flag?
My darling, the color on the flag was gold.
Yes.
That's why flags didn't used to last long. We never used to have those flags. Okay, you know where all these little what you want to call them now, mimic made in China flags.
Yes.
The idea came from New York, the carnival the carnival in New York, you know. When we started to commercialize independence, I remember the first man who brought down the box of flags, and he was on the sidewalk by Purcell, and everybody bought a flag. They were mass-produced. In my time in primary school, when there were occasions when we had to wave flag, the flag had gold on it. But you see, gold is metallic paint, and it is very expensive, I learned, to reproduce. When I grew older, I was part of the civic awareness group, and that group was the group responsible for flags. People used to order the flags through the civic awareness group, and it had gold on it. No, we accepting this mimic thing. We accepting that, whereas that was just for carnival. You understand?
Okay.
That was just a little mimic thing. That is not the official flag. If you want to know the official flag, you must watch what the Governor General has, and you would see. But why are we going that route? And more we're seeing all this little stupidness coming on, creeping in, but it's taking root. Yesterday, I was looking through my dictionary on Creole, which was written and produced by the Ministry of Education in St. Lucia. And I saw the word DJAB, meaning devil. No. We again changed it to JAB. I remember when I was in primary school, we used to write it as DJAB. So when I saw it yesterday in that book, I said, wow. So you see, we're creating a lot of confusion. Well, we're bringing up generations of Glen, and I hope we will take the responsibility. Yes? Thank you.
Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. Certainly a healthy contribution this morning. 435-2041, 435-2041. Let's go back to the phone line, entertain another caller. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning, JT. How are you?
Not too bad, sir. Go right ahead with your contribution, please.
I just want to put some clarity concerning the last caller.
Yes.
She spoke of the national dove as the national bird.
Would you call her before you continue? Would you mind lowering your radio or television in the background? I think it's distracting you a wee bit, or even our listeners, because we're hearing a repeat of
national dove.
Yes.
As the national bird, that is not true. The dove was becoming an extinct bird, so they use it to protect a protective area too.
Right. I don't think she actually said it's the national dove. No, she said the Ramier is the national bird, and she said we have been told no, it's the dove. It is the dove. I think she kind of mentioned that.
No one is purporting that the national bird is the dove. The dove was becoming extinct, so they were trying to protect it.
All right.
So there is no way mentioned that the dove is a national bird.
All right.
Ramier is still a national bird.
All right.
So I think she was wrong there.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution. And if there's a clarification with that, thanks for that also. 435-2041. We drew for a break, but we could probably entertain some calls. And I'm seeing loads of conversation via the Facebook page. I will get to those comments shortly. Let's go back to the Facebook page, to the telephone line. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, I just wanted to support the last caller, GT. In fact, I was part of the campaign to save the Grenada dove. It has never been declared a national protected bird, but not necessarily the national bird.
All right.
So I want to support the last caller.
Thank you so much there. 445-2041. Let's take another call. Let's see who is on the line. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're welcome. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. Good morning.
I just want to add something to what the lady said about spelling these days. I don't know if you're noticing. The cell phone, and if you check out people communicate nowadays with the cell phone, certain words where you know you're spelling it out, it's in the dictionary the proper way. On the cell phone where you're texting somebody, you spell it a different way when you're texting somebody, and to me that is a norm now. And you really look at it, you're texting somebody and they are trying to get a word, one of the words so you understand what I'm saying.
All right, I'm getting your drift. Well, sometimes they're via the keyboard that you're using, or the particular keyboard that you're using via your cell phone, they kind of preempt the spelling, and depending on the type of phone you have or where it actually originates from. Everyone spells words differently. All right, it spells words differently. It may be correct or it may be incorrect depending on the language that you may have chosen. You understand?
I grew up knowing the word LOVE as love. Now, when they're texting on the cell phone, LUV, they put in. So I guess you understand where
I understand where you're coming from. But sometimes it's just folks trying to write in a bit of a shorthand way, and of course, but we do understand it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution. All right, 435-2041. Let me grab some of the comments before we take another break, and let's kick it off. This one from Antonio saying, "GT, yesterday I was amazed by the question of the McDonald College came up about the Presbyterian priest walking around Grenada to raise funds to repair the McDonald College, because it was in the news on GBN, which is still posted on the GBN Facebook page. I would like the minister to look into this because it's a cause for concern. And seeing it, that's the only high school in Sater's area where lots of careers started. All right, let's take another contribution this morning. Let's take this one from Alistair. Is saying, as usual, the authorities are waiting for a blood sacrifice. God forbid someone has to die before they start running around like headless chickens. As example, speeding, derelict vehicles, derelict building, speed humps in school zone, enforcement is seriously lacking. All right, and some of the comments. Let's take another call. I think we lost that caller there. Let me see if I could grab another comment this morning. GT, I suggest that vendors can do a rotational in vending, 3 days per week. A rotation in vending, 3 days per week. This can be a temporary measure while a comprehensive plan for more permanent home be done. Let's go to the phone line. Lost that caller there once again. And we drew for the break. Let's take that break before I get all taken up and lose time. Let's take that break. We're coming back with more of your contribution after the break. Stay with us, folks.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it. Eliminate violence. Rock the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, we say. We'll be jamming here on a Thursday. It's a
welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers, to the point for today, Thursday, the 4th day of January. Let's go back to the phone line and entertain this caller. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yes, sir. To me, most Grenadians are copycats. They see you go into a venture, and because they say that you are making money, they want to compete with you. And I think this is a major problem in Grenada. Everybody wants to do the same thing. In the area, let's say you're selling bakes and cocoa or whatever it is. Soon you will see 5, 6 shops come out in the area selling the same thing. So they compete among their own selves and not realizing that if they go into another venture, they might be successful. This is what is happening. We somewhat, I don't know if to use the word jealous, we covetous, and we don't want people to do well. Once we are doing well, others would follow us. It's time that people to take up their own initiative and do something strange. When I say strange, not too strange to affect the community. So I've said it already. You see people putting shops or little places where they're selling over drains. These places seem to have mosquitoes, and yet people are buying these things. So if you don't buy, then you don't expect to have these people putting up their shops all over the road. From government, that should restrict, I don't know what to say. Would limit people by either letting them get through, and then you have to inspect the places every 2 months or 3 months. A few months back, I bought something from somebody. They wanted me to buy. That particular thing was burnt. And when I look into it, I said, why did I buy that thing? So you have to look at the type of people you buy these goods from. Well, even things to things.
All right, caller, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. Let's take a comment from someone via the WhatsApp this morning. And this individual is saying, we were French colony for many French, so many French words are pronounced in English. Thus, Grand Roy is spelled the way it is, ROI, is correct, but pronounced Roy. So, they of course, this is French, but the D is silence, or the jab. So we say jab, so D jab, but if in French, but the D is silent. In terms of the flag, it is gold, but yellow is easy to get. So that's a contribution from someone via the WhatsApp. Let's go back to the phone line. We lost that caller there again. 435-2041, 435-2041. And I'm seeing someone sending me a voice note. I would prefer a written message to play on air for now. Sometimes you're not sure what's going to be said via the voice note. I can actually play it on air, but sometimes I don't think I want to take the chance to play an actual voice note on air for now. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. Welcome. Caller, good morning. Is it? I'm not sure what's going on. 435-2041, 435-2041. Let me see if we could grab another comment this morning via the comment section of the Facebook page. And caller, good morning. You're welcome. Caller, good morning. Hello, good morning. Guess there's no one there. 435-2041, 435-2041. That's a number if you want to get on to the point this morning. We have approximately 18 minutes left on today's program. We go back to the phone line once again. Caller, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, bro. How you doing?
Not too bad, sir. Go right ahead with your contribution.
The reason why they call us a third world country, it's not because we're poor, because the way we think. And Grenadians are what you call last-minute people, and they see and they buy. You don't find much people even and go to the market and shop. While they're walking on the side of the road, someone will say, you want this, you want that, and then they buy. So the vendors realize, well, that's an easy way to make a buck. So they move to on the street. Now, how do you stop that? It's very difficult, because then the politicians enable it. the police can do what they have to do. So how do you stop that? I suggest that you move the traffic from on the street. Put the traffic, you come into town and you leave out the town, but the traffic in the middle of the street there by the market there. Leave out the traffic there, let people there sell. So people can walk on freely and want to sell. You know, I think it might be simpler that way. Because you have traffic passing there, people trying to pass, and then the vendors trying to sell, you know. And it's kind of difficult to stop somebody or really pressure somebody who's trying to sell to help the family, send the kids to school. It's kind of difficult because you know something going to sell, and try to sell and you make $1 for the day. And going back is, you know, you just need to give a break, I think, man, because it's very difficult.
All right.
Have a nice day, bro.
Thank you for your contribution, sir. Thank you so much. 445-2041. I'm not sure folks may agree with you by saying just leave people to do what they want. Sometimes it becomes a problem when you allow people folks to just do as they want freely. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're welcome. Good morning.
Hello, sir. Morning.
Good
Are
morning.
you hearing me now?
Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear. Go ahead, please.
Yes, that wallet you spoke about in the name of Sylvester.
Yes.
As far as I know, I heard an announcement on WeFM that is inside of that studio.
Okay.
Take care.
All right, thank you so much. 435-2041, 435. So the individual who passed that number out there, or that message, sorry, you can get in contact with the information for that particular radio station the individual mentioned a while ago and get your wallet, all right? 435-2041. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, welcome. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
I'm a regular listener to your radio station.
Yes.
And I have a complaint. We're not getting the radio station working.
You're not getting are you listening to GBN?
Yes. And we're not
Which
getting
particular
it on the
area?
radio.
Which particular
area?
area?
On the TV, but we don't get it on the radio.
Which particular area are you calling from?
In Grand Bras.
Grand Bras, and you're not getting GBN.
No.
All right.
For a couple of weeks now.
All right. Well, I have it looked into. Thank you so much for the information.
You're welcome.
Have a good morning. 435-2041, 435-2041. That's the number. If you want to get on to the point this morning, and the 15 minutes left on today's program, you can certainly call in and make your contribution this morning. Let me take a peek at the Facebook page in terms of contribution being made. If anything I need to read out this morning, seem to be just a general conversation folks are having this morning, saying hello and hi to each other, and still being part of the program. Once again, I've seen a double dose of that WhatsApp via the voice note, sir. If you, as I mentioned before, I may not be able to play a voice note on air this morning, but if you could do a written message, I will certainly be able to read it out for you. All right, 435-2041, 435-2041. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, welcome. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, GT.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm okay.
All right.
The lady that now make her contribution about your station, she's not getting it. I located St. David, Mono St. David. I'm not getting it too clear.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for the information, and it certainly will be looked into. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. 435-2041, 435-2041. Let's entertain another caller. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, and good morning. And
good morning to you.
My call. You know, it really bothers me, in truth, to be honest with you, the way we have twisted things around in this country. You know, the different words, the different names, the different places, events, happenings, and whatnot, etc., etc. I think we're twisting things around too much, and that's just the problem. I could remember going to school. They sent me back to school in 2017, and they taught me something in school that I had learned ever since I was a little child. My 4 parents went through it. White gun. And that white gun, that cannon gun there, well, whether it was planted there in memory or whatever it is, but I remember my 4 parents who had gone through it actually was taken off the island by the British colonial rule and brought up to England to be trained to become soldiers to fight to assist our country in the World War II. You know, and today we hearing something totally different. You know, what I was taught is that this area, buses were stopped there, and after a careful inspection, young and able-bodied men were taken down to St. George's, put on a ship, sailed up to England, put in a barracks, and to be trained soldiers. I don't see the reason. I don't know why is it we're twisting things around in this country. As the one caller said, LUV as LOVE. I mean, it's kind of disturbing and confusing. Anyway, have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you for your contribution this morning. We drew for a break. Let's take it. We're coming right back. Stay with us in the final segment of the program this morning here on Classic Radio and GBN TV. We'll be right back. Welcome back, listeners and viewers. It's to the point here on the Classic Radio and the GBN TV. It's an open line edition this morning. We've had the final 9 minutes or so left on today's program. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're welcome. Good morning.
Yeah, GT, morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my contribution this morning is that I think that Grenadians should...
Caller, before you continue, would you mind having that radio or television in the background lowered, please? Yeah, kind of take it off completely. We can have that conversation via the phone. All right, and caller, that's Israeli, or you may have to call us back once again. 435-2041, 435-2041. That's the number if you want to get on to the point this morning here on the Classic Radio. And let me say good morning to those of you via our social media platforms. Let's take this comment from the Facebook page. What I would like to see in the new semester is sign language being taught in all schools in Grenada, and pay more attention to autism, because we always quick to separate people who are autistic, and in the diaspora they have made great contribution to society. Even the parliament there have a place. Even in the parliament they have a place. But in the Caribbean we're not taking them seriously. So I would like let me see if I can get it. So I would think it's time we change that paradigm and get them involved. Let's go back to the phone line. We lost that caller once again. 435-2041, 435-2041. That's the number if you want to get on to the point this morning inside of the final segment before we wrap today's show. Let's go back to the phone line once again. Caller, you're welcome and good morning.
Yeah, JC, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, my contribution is this: like, we Grenadians what I think is we should respect the national flag.
Yes.
Yeah, instead of dragging it on the ground and doing all kind of things with it. And having it up and it's getting dry rot and stuff. I find it should, someone should be looking into that. When you see the flag mashing up and dry rotting, if you put a charge on the person who's having the flag in this condition. All
right. Thank you so much.
And my next contribution is that we the market vendors, not only market vendors, people who come in the market and other people, right in the back of the market, especially, they come and use in the back of the market as a washroom. When the washroom is open, and it's thinking of the washroom, they're thinking of the back of the market.
All right.
And it's very bad,
All right.
What I would like for the Ministry of Health to do, who should be in charge, should put some cameras or have one or two officers in the back of the market, so that they could see who using in the back as a washroom and put charging.
All right, great idea, and thank you so much for your contribution, man. Great idea. Let's take another comment this time from the Facebook page. Once again, we have Allison is saying they should stop all traffic going through the market and allow allow specific time for delivery service. That conversation just rolled away from me. Specific time for delivery for specific service only. Leave Melville Street open to all traffic because it's the main high road, I should say. Take all traffic from between the shoppers and sellers, and that is not in most big cities. All right, I think that's what the individual was trying to say there. What other, of course, contribution is there? I have a concern. Why are we renting buildings to host the police station, the fire department in Sauters, and we have the old public works building falling apart? Why can't we repair the building and then host the firefighters and the police department in one building, as it was by the Anglican School in Sauters? Now, the police station has been moved to 3 different buildings already, paying someone rent when we have government buildings falling apart. We need to spend that red monies fixing these buildings and have the government ministries and department in these buildings. All right, let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Mr. JT, good morning and season greetings to you.
Good morning and same to you.
Mr. JT, everybody have a right to live and survive in Grenada.
So true.
And some people who ply the trade on the streets of St. George selling things to eat. A lot of us should be very, very careful. Look at the way these people dress. Look at the way they put themselves out to the public. Look at their condition. If you look at the things that they have in a basket, I'm not pinpointing any particular person, but there's somebody who sells in a little wire basket. If you look at this person, it is, I don't know what to say. I personally would not buy anything from him. I was sitting upstairs by Funky Chicken one day in last week, and this man put his basket, a little wire basket, on the big stones almost to the sea, and the man put his basket there with his dal in the basket. He went across, he used the stone as a bathroom. Finished, pull up his pants, he wipe his both hands on his pants, pick up the basket and start selling again. What is happening in Grenada? We should have some rules, set rules, where we should do the right things. And people should be very careful when they're buying things on the street to eat. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. And that is certainly a cause for concern there in terms of health. 435-2041. 3 minutes before we wrap. We still can entertain another call or two before we wrap this morning. Let's go back to the phone line. Call up. Sorry we weren't able to entertain you because your radio or television in the background is too loud. Please, when you're calling, I understand you're listening to the program and sometimes you want to make your contribution, but please lower your radio or television when you're calling in. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Morning, Gigi.
Good morning to you.
How are you?
Not too bad at all. How are you?
Happy New Year to you.
Same to you.
My concern this morning is this boat on the Caronage with a constant ponging whole morning, whole night. I mean, GT, they have work to do on the boat. They have a dry dock for that. The authority need to look into that.
You know, I'm all the way up at GBN here, and I'm actually hearing it.
Yes, come on. GT, I'm so tired. It's not funny. I did not get no sleep at all coming for this morning. Whole morning is a constant tonguing. We need to do something about that.
All right. I hope the authorities are listening to your complaint and they look into it. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And we still have time to maybe entertain one more. That is so true. I'm all the way up here. I was outside the building when I got into work this morning, and I could have heard that since yesterday, that constant pong. I guess some repairs or something has been done. But as the lady said, there are other areas where that particular repairs could be performed. Lost that caller once again. 435-2041. 435-2041. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. You're welcome. Caller, good morning.
Yes, hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, I hear somebody just call and they mention funky chicken. Tell people when they get food from funky chicken, especially to go open the box and check and see all you get what all you order. They just put different things in there and hope you ain't find out. They doesn't do things good there at all.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't think we want to go to that distance. 435-2041. 435-2041. Sometimes some contributions are not necessary to go live with. Let's caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Yeah, hello, good morning. The caller that called about the guy who selling the doll, if you see what he's saying and to see what he's doing, you never want to believe. You're free to buy that.
All right, caller. Let's not get into the back and forth in terms of speaking about people this morning. I don't want to entertain that. I don't think that is absolutely necessary at all. All right, that's not there. Of course, get the program down to that level. And it's straight up 10 a.m. I think it's time for us to take a wrap this morning. I want to thank everyone who contributed this morning to today's program. Thank you so much for your contribution. It was a pleasure having all the folks calling and, of course, express their views and concerns. Thank you so much. Those of you via the Facebook page, thank you so much also. Those of you who are viewing via the YouTube channel, and thank you. Those of you who are complaining about the problem, certainly going to have that looked into, certainly have that rectified. Thank you so much. Join us again for another edition of To The Point. Goodbye.